good morning, time to go. Oh, we are all looking for adventure. 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 We are all looking for adventure.
My name is Colin Smith. I'm 56 years old, originally from Portsmouth in the UK, and I now live in Queensland, Australia, on the Gold Coast. Well, back in 2019 or so, 2018, I'd planned a 6-month trip back to Europe in 2019, basically 6 months traveling around Europe. And at that time I was living in a unit in Southport on the Gold Coast, and I still had 6 months rent to pay. So I decided basically that I would sell everything and move into the van for 6 months prior to going overseas for 6 months. That's how it happened. I'd already had the van a couple of years, and it was already fitted out. Well, I think the hardest thing, really, it's an eye-opener. Over the years, you accumulate all this stuff. You can spend thousands of dollars on certain things, and at the end of the day, they are worth absolutely nothing. And that was the biggest eye-opener. And now I really don't look at stuff like that anymore. Obviously, living a very simple life, you have no interest in spending thousands of dollars on a leather lounge and such like, and you realize that at the end of the day they are just worth nothing. It's a 2017 Volkswagen Crafter. It's a long wheelbase high roof version, and it has a gross weight of 3.5 tons, so it's a 3.5 ton vehicle weight. It's been a DIY conversion, and yeah, I love it. It's been great. Hop in, let's go. Now, this is a 2017 Volkswagen Crafter. As you heard from the previous video, it's a long wheelbase high roof. I basically got it as an empty van and decided to convert it after watching several videos. Now, I have no carpentry skills whatsoever. In fact, I am dangerous with a screwdriver. So I have no carpentry skills whatsoever. I did have a bit of help in the beginning, but since it's been finished, this has basically been my own handiwork. Now, my aim in the beginning was that I basically wanted it open plan. I didn't want it to feel claustrophobic, especially when the weather is like this. And I wanted an open plan. I wanted it comfortable. I wanted a lounge. Obviously, I wanted a sink and some sort of kitchen, a decent fixed bed that was up 100% of the time, and storage place. Now, in addition to that, I wanted to be able to shower, possibly in the van. Now, it's not a great light, I'll spin around. So shower in the van if I needed to, and have a toilet. Okay, so this is, and I basically have achieved all of that. Now I'm just going to run through what I have. Now, the lounge and the kitchen is basically a Bunnings flat pack kitchen. Now, Bunnings are probably the Australian equivalent of B&Q in the UK and Home Hardware in the US. So it is basically a flat pack kitchen, which obviously meant that I didn't need any carpentry skills whatsoever. Now, We have the lounge is made up of 3 wall cabinets. They're basically, the 3 wall cabinets, I think they were 500 or 550 wide, but turned the other way, turned the wrong way. And so in each one there is storage. Now, as you can see in this one, I keep choosing it, along with my batteries, my inverter, and at the back there you can see my solar controller. So I've got 3 110 amp AGM batteries, a 60 amp MMPT solar controller, and a 3-stroke 6 kilowatt inverter, which I use for boiling the kettle, and one of the most important things in the van, the coffee machine. Now, under this, in this cabinet here, I've basically got a bit more storage. That's my shopping bags, blankets and stuff for outside, and the porta potty. And then in this final cabinet, I just have general storage. Now, the lounge I had made up professionally, and it's vinyl, one side, so leather look vinyl, and on the opposite side of it, it's basically has material, so that if I need to, I can turn that over and turn it into a bed, another bed, which probably could sleep another 2 people. Each cushion can spin round, so that you can actually just use it as a lounge, which is great. So that is the lounge. Now, moving on to the kitchen, I have a sink, obviously, and the countertop, again, that was from Bunnings. I actually put that in myself, which was pretty amazing. And again, the flat pack kitchen. So a 3-drawer cabinet, which has the normal stuff that you would have in a kitchen. So top drawer cutlery, second drawer down is cocktail glasses, which are masked wine glasses, coffee cups, and then third drawer down is pots and pans and plates. I have a 110 litre Dometic compressor fridge, 12 volt or 240 volts, which basically runs off the battery. In this cupboard here is just general storage, and you know, one of those crap cupboards that you have with all your rubbish stored in it. My passenger seat rotates on a turntable, and I'll just shut this door up because it's quite bright. And obviously we have a walkthrough to the driving cabinet, which I love, which is quite important. This was actually, I made these, which again I was really amazed about. Again, kitchen storage, normal stuff, and then just general clothes and other stuff in these 2 wardrobes. Lighting is now the lighting is basically 12 volt. This strip here is a 12 volt LED on a dimmer, so you can dim it if need be. I do have CCTV in the van for security, and generally what I do use a lot of is the little battery powered fairy LED lights. So we've got one there, one here, and one at the back, which makes it nice and cozy. Now, ventilation in the van, I have 2 max air fans, one at the front and one at the back. this makes it basically in summer, so Queensland summer, you really don't need air conditioning. It just keeps it cool enough to, you know, it just keeps it really comfortable. Now, I mentioned that I wanted a shower, and this is how I achieve it. Basically what I have is on the sink, the tap on the sink comes out as a shower head, and it can then attach up here to this suction cap. The suction cap up there, and then what I do is on the hula hoop, so I've got the cane hula hoop. On the cane hula hoop you attach a shower curtain, and underneath there is a big 38 litre water bucket which collects all the water, and then you just tip it away. Now the great thing about that little suction cap is that you can actually take it off, and it sticks outside on the side door, and you can have a shower outside. So in Queensland, the majority of the time, just shower outside, and really that's all you need. So part of this conversion really was to keep it simple, so that I didn't need to get an electrical certificate. Well, didn't need to firstly get an electrical certificate, and secondly get a gas certificate. Now, as you can see, there is no cooker, and so the way I achieve that in both cases is, firstly, the gas, I cook on one of these little LED cookers. So not LED cookers, one of these little gas cookers that has the butane gas canisters. Now in Australia you can get those gas canisters at pretty much anywhere. More or less everywhere sells those gas canisters, so you can generally never run out. And then secondly, for the electrics, I use power boards. So basically the power is run from the inverter via a normal box standard extension cable, and it plugs into that the left power adapter, and so that power adapter runs off the inverter, and the right power adapter again is connected to another extension cable that runs to the back of the van, and I can then connect another extension cable that can run off shore power if I need to. Thus I have no need for cabling, for AC cabling, so I had no need to get an electrician to certify everything, because all the cables and power adapters and everything like that are all made up commercially, and just take them out of the packet and fix them. And that was the same with the gas. No gas certificate needed. There's no LPG gas bottle. Those gas canisters you can get anywhere. And then if need be, generally you try not to cook inside. That cooker can be taken outside, and you can use it at a picnic bench or wherever you want to use it. Underneath the bed, in the storage under the bed, I do actually have a double one of those, which is a bit big, which I very rarely use. And so I generally go one pot cooking, and so there will be some recipes coming up later of my cuisine, one pot cuisine, but that's how I achieve it. Now moving on to the windows. Now the side window here and the back windows on the doors, they are tinted with ambulance tint, and I'll show you those from the outside in a second. But at night, when I want to black them out, I have basically magnetic covers that I use that can go on to the window and basically blacks out the window. I actually use that in summer as well, just to black out some of the heat, block out some of the heat. So I have the same sort of system for the front windows, a blackout screen for the windscreen and for the other window, and then also I have these blackout curtains fitted. So at night, if you're stealth camping, you look into the van, it's literally black. You can't see anything. So here's the window from the outside. You literally, these, okay, the fronts, you can, I think, just see through, or maybe not the lights. Oh, yeah, so the front you can just see through. These are what is called darkest legal in Australia. And this is ambulance tint, you can't see anything. And then at the back is, they're slightly lighter, but they're still blackout. These have the magnetic blackout still fitted to them, so you can see that basically from the outside you can't see anything. So moving on to the back of the van now. This is the garage, and yes, I'm sure we've all got a garage that looks like this. But basically in here, these are all the electrical power cables that I've got. I have underneath here, I have a 30-litre fixed water tank, and then I keep portable water to top up. I also keep spare diesel, fire pit. This is a portable solar panel, which I'll move on to the solar in a second. And at the back here I have water connection for shore power, a water pump that I pump the water from the portable water into the main tank, the shore connection for it, and then around the side here I have the shore connection for the power. So just moving on, I have the van. We've spoken about the batteries already. The van is fitted with a 300-watt solar panel on the roof. As I said, I have a 60-watt solar controller and 110 amp AGM batteries. Now also what I do, as I said, in the back I have a 200-watt portable solar blanket, which just keeps the van topped up during the day. The batteries also charge from the engine when it's running. And finally, the $1,000 question that most people ask is, how much did it cost to do this? Now the van itself I brought brand new was 45,000 Australian dollars, and the actual conversion itself, I could have done cheaper. Obviously there's some parts in here that you could do a lot cheaper. Was about 15,000 possibly. Now the most expensive parts are, I forgot to mention the hot water system at the back of the van. That is a 12-volt 240-volt hot water system. Yeah, it does chew a lot of power, which I generally run once the engine's running. When the engine's running, gets the water up to temperature, and then it's on a thermostat. So once it's up to temperature, then it's pretty good on power. So getting back to it, yeah, so the most important, the most expensive parts I think were the Max Air fans. I think they were about $450 each fitted. I didn't fit them myself. I didn't have the guts to do that. The turntable for the passenger seat was about $500. The mattress, again, one of the musts was a decent mattress. That was about $500. The lounge was with the leather, again, I didn't make them myself, was about $700. And probably one of the most expensive part of it was the actual lining. Now this lining is what's called Aqua Panel, and basically it's a Laminex product. and it's designed for showers. So for me, it was light. A friend suggested it. It was light. It's flexible, so it's basically screwed straight onto the ribs of the van. The van is insulated with wall insulation, and then the joins, basically you join it together with with joining strips. So it was very quick, very easy to put up. It's very light, it's waterproof, and it cleans really well. That was probably one of the best decisions to line the van with this stuff. Not cheap, as I said, but certainly worth the money.
Been broken, beaten down, tasted dirt as I hit the ground. You were there through it all. How far you gonna go before you know what you should have known all along? Now at last I can fall into your waiting arms, waiting arms. I'm headed straight into your waiting arms. I'm headed straight into your waiting arms. You live like a drop of rain, love like a hurricane. Now you're home in the place you should be. Don't let me go again. Can't wait until it's spent every day, making lifelong memories inside your waiting arms, waiting arms. I'm headed straight into your waiting arms. I'm headed straight into your waiting arms. I'm headed straight into your...
Now that concludes my van tour. I'm sure I've missed something, but if you have any questions, please ask them in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Once again, please take the time to subscribe, press that notification bell, and get notified of any new videos. Once again, thanks for watching. Take care, everyone, and we'll speak to you later.
Hello world, wake me up to another good morning.